What it do? What it do? What it do, YouTube? We back. But this time, the gameplay is just there to be there. This is a story time for y'all boys. Your boy KDU, he wasn't a good guy. No, he wasn't. And we're going to talk about that. How I would say we, as in like my cousin and his friend, burnt down a truck. Yes, we burned down a truck. Can you believe that dumb shit? So basically what had happened was, let's start from the beginning. So basically I was there, and my cousin, he lives in a discreet location. We're not gonna say where. And so basically he was very adventurous, and so he got, every time when I was with him, I wanted to be like him, or I wanted to follow in his footsteps, because he was older, man. Like, that's how cousins were. You wanted to be with the cool cuz, right? Y'all wanted to be chill with them. Y'all want to make sure you have that good connection. So like when I was there, we'd always play games. We'd always we go to 7-Eleven, like his dad, which is my uncle, he'd take us to 7-Eleven, and we get the fucking energy drinks in that bitch, Gatorade in that bitch, drink that hoe and stay out all night playing video games. I think that's where my love of video games came from. I got to play it with my cousin firsthand. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, staying up all night, playing Nuketown, playing all the fun game modes. But besides that, that's basically how I think I got into games. So I remember while I was staying there one night, we had stayed up, and he was telling me about his hideout that he had, and he wanted to take me there, and he wanted to introduce me to the affiliation, basically. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he wanted to make me a part of his gang. At that time, I was like, okay, cool, bro. Like, whatever. I wasn't paying attention. I was just playing the game. And I was also off that perk 30 as a kid, you know. Well, not perk 30. It's the drink, the 7-Eleven drink. That's my perk 30. But yeah. So I remember waking up, and he wasn't there. Like, he wasn't in bed, and I slept on like the air mattress, and he wasn't there, and I was confused. I was like, yo, like, did he just die? And I looked at the time. It's like, I think 12. It's around 12, 1, 2. And because we stayed up, I'm telling you, we stayed up all night. And so I wake up, I go to the bathroom, then I go and see his mom, which is my aunt, and she's cooking. And then I'm like, yo, do you know where Austin went? She's like, no, I haven't seen him. I was like, oh, okay. And then he comes through the door with his dad, and then he has drinks. And while he's giving me my drink, he says, we're going to the spot. I'm like, whoa, we're going like right now? He's like, nah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna drink our drinks, we're gonna play some games, and then my friend's gonna come over, and then we're gonna go. I'm like, okay, that sounds pretty fun, you know. I can live with that. So his friend comes over. Afterwards, like, we play Black Ops 2, his friend comes over. He comes in the room. All of a sudden, he's being loud as hell. And he was like, bro, like, I think something happened at our spot. We're like, well, he was like, they were talking. Basically, something happened at the spot, and they gotta go right now. I'm like, oh, shoot. This sounds serious, because like, what if something bad happened to their spot and now I can't go? And at this time, now I'm intrigued. I want to go. I want to see the spot. I want to see what's happening. I want to see. He's got me so intrigued. Okay, and then basically, while we were putting our shoes on, he's like, bro, I have a bad feeling something's happening over there. And he's like, and my cousin, he's like, nah, bro, nothing's bad over there. Calm down. And so now we're about to leave. We're telling him that, I don't remember, they said that they're saying we're gonna go somewhere. And so we're walking, right? We're walking on the main road, seeing all these cars go by. You know, I'm making a joke, you know, I'm like here, like doing the hitchhiker thing with my thumb up, just pranking, you know, it's just a prank, bro, chill out. But while this is happening, they're like super paranoid, and I don't understand why. And I'm like trying to ask, but he's like, bro, just wait till we get there. And so now we're starting to cut off roads. Like, we go into a neighborhood, and then while we're going into a neighborhood, bro, I felt so sketched, bro. Like, the neighborhood, they had the chain fence, and with barbed wire on that shit. Like, so that was people's backyards. I'm like, yo, how do you have a dog with that? Like, there were like 3 dogs in that. Like, what if them dogs see something and try to charge at that bitch? That's gonna hurt. There was houses without fences, bro. It's a bad neighborhood. Didn't come from the good, you know. Everybody came from somewhere. So I'm like, you know, my gut feeling's like, bro, we gotta leave. And so now we're cutting through a forest. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm about to die. Like, no way, these niggas, no way. Like, this is some kind of movie. But then come to find out, a few seconds later of walking, there's this huge ass truck. It's deserted. Like, it's just there. And then they're like, bro, like, we're good. We're off the leash, or we're good. Like, nothing happened to the car. I'm like, that's what they were trying to tell me? They didn't want to tell me it was a big ass car? Like, bruh. Like, either way, I was gonna find out. I mean, it was cool at the time because I wasn't amazed. Like, why do y'all just have this as a secret and not tell anybody? Like, what kind of mess? And I would think I was like 5 at this time, and he's probably not. No, I wasn't 5. No way. I was probably 8. And he's 4 years older, so he was probably 12, 13. Yeah. 8, 9. I was 8, 9 because of y'all hearing later in the story why. Like, how I know my age. So basically, while we're there, the friend of my cousin finds some matches. And they're like, bro, Draylon, you gotta burn one to be in the club. And I say no. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not touching them. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, nah, like, I'm leaving. Like, fuck this. I don't know the exact way, but I just remember I left. Like, I didn't give a fuck. And then there were people like out the houses that we were there, like that we passed, because they heard kids like talking and stuff and going into the woods with the little boy. And so I think cops were involved. That's how the cops started. Yes, cops were involved in this bitch. Cops were involved. I should have said that in the beginning. That would grab y'all's attention. I'm gonna say that in the title. But yes, the cops were there. That's later in the story. I'm getting to it. While I'm leaving, yes, I see these people on the phone. They're like looking at us, and they see me come out, but the kids don't. And so I think they started to worry. And I find my way back home, like to his house, because it took like maybe 20 minutes, but I have really good memory, so I remember where we came from. Then all of a sudden, like 30 minutes later, they come through the door, and they had this scared look on their face, like something just happened. I'm like, yo, are y'all good? Like, what's wrong? Like, why are y'all look so scared for? And I'm like, bro, I'm thirsty. We should go get some drinks. I'm trying to stay up tonight. And like, my cousin looked at me. He was like, nah, bro, I don't know about this night. I'm like, what you mean you don't know about this night? He's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And at this point, I'm scared for him because I don't know what they're talking. They both look scared. And I'm still like, I'm trying to ask questions. Like, I'm like, bro, let's get to the room. Like, I'm following them to the room. I'm like, yo, are y'all okay? Like, why y'all so scared? Like, what happened out there? Did you see something scary? Did you see somebody? They're like, nah, bro, even worse. I'm like, even worse than seeing somebody? Like, what the hell? We're kids. I'd be scared of my mind if I saw somebody in the woods. Wouldn't y'all be scared? Also, if you're at this point of the video, just like it up. We smashed 2 likes last video, and I only got 5 views. Like, y'all 5 people can't smash the like button for this story time. Okay, back. So yeah, we're in the room. I'm asking questions. They're not saying anything. I'm like, let's play games. You know, I didn't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. So I'm like, let's play games. They're like, nah, bro. Like, they're shaking. Like, they can't play games. And then I'm like, okay. A few minutes later, cops were at the door, and they're asking for my cousin and the friend and me, bro. So like, when the cops came in, they brought all of us into a room, and they're like, so a truck had been lit on fire. I'm like, what? Truck got lit on fire? Like, what? Last time I saw the truck, it was in one piece, and it was not melted. So I don't understand. I don't know what he was talking about. Then I started thinking about it. I'm a smart kid. These niggas burnt the truck. And they're talking to all of us. They're like, yes. Like, and then they're trying to plead their case, saying the car had been deserted. They've been going there for so long, like a year now. It was their club. It was theirs. Like, they chill in it. And they just come to find matches. And we're all trying to vouch, like, yes, we saw them. We had the matches. Like, the matches were found. Like, we didn't grab them. We didn't take them. And the parents, the cops weren't listening because apparently it was somebody's. To this day, we don't know who it was because it was abandoned, they said. I mean, to my ears, I don't know his part with that, but it was. And then I was 9 and they were 13 and like 14, so they wind up going to juvenile detention, bruh. They went to juvenile detention because of this, and I was 9 and I would have went, but I didn't even burn anything down. It was them because they were playing with the matches. I think he said, like, later on, like years later, he told me that those matches, they were just throwing them, like they were literally lighting it and then they put it out and throw it on the grass. But come to find out, that grass was really, really dry. Like, when we were in the forest, the grass was dry because it was like an open land, like this big truck with an open land, and there was like no water. I don't know, like it was just dry grass, and they threw them out. But I guess it sparked it back up, and it sparked the fire. It didn't blow up because there was no gasoline inside of the truck, because again, they said it was abandoned. So I mean, that makes sense. Why would a truck be in the forest, no gasoline? The engine probably doesn't work. But then again, we were thinking, like, why was there matches there? Because we definitely didn't put those matches there, and we didn't take matches with us, from my understanding. Because like this was years ago, almost 10 years ago. So he could have brought matches, but he said it was there. And I think I do remember him going in the truck, and then he said he saw something on the ground and then he picked it up as matches. But I ain't no snitch, so I remember the cops were talking, like, to me, asking did I do anything. I said I didn't, but I also didn't see them do anything, so I'm not gonna say anything. Cause you know, Draylen, he been down with the homie since day one. No snitching involved. Never. I will never snitch on no homies. If I do, bro, y'all gotta correct me. Psych, y'all never have to correct me, cause I'll never snitch. Like, so if y'all gotta trust somebody, bro, y'all can trust me all the way. But yeah, he wound up going to juvenile detention, I think, for almost 6 months. He said it wasn't that bad. They had TVs, they had snacks, they got to see each other. Years later, those two aren't friends anymore. Some shit did happen because of that. Like, the friend hates him because it's on his record. It's on both their record. Like, they lit a freaking truck up and blew it up. Like, think how crazy that is. But hey, that's the end of the story time. I enjoy y'all for listening. Stay tuned to the outro though. Peace. Hey, y'all made it to the end of the video of my motherfucking story time. Hope y'all enjoyed. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. It was kind of fun to make. Let me know if y'all want more of these, because I wouldn't mind. I have a lot of stories to tell. But anyways, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy KDU. It's been real.